Hello and welcome to this episode of the Economic Times Cutting Chai Stories, an initiative by ET Edge. I am Ashwani Mishra, bringing to you conversations with business leaders over a cup of chai as we discuss their professional and personal journey, career experiences, hobbies, sources of inspiration, and various engaging topics. I have been joined today by Nikita Zucchi, Vice President, Human Resources at Indian online travel company Make My Trip. Welcome, Nikita, on Cutting Chai Stories.
Thank you so much, Ashwini. Pleasure to be here.
Can you take us through your childhood, Nikita, your schooling, the lessons that you learned early on that have stayed with you till date?
My father was not really in the army, but he used to travel a lot. He was a chemical engineer and he specialized in setting up chemical plants.
Oh, great.
So we moved a lot. A bit of my childhood was in MP, a bit of it was in South India. I spent a couple of years in London while growing up. It was beautiful. It taught me, one of the things that stayed with me was how diversity comes in handy when you get into a job because I interacted with people from different cultures while growing up. There is a certain acceptance that you get. There is a certain opening of your mind that happens. While for me it was very exciting moving from, let's say, a small place in MP to maybe Chennai and then to a smaller place called Ranipet. I used to find it very exciting. I loved making friends. But for my younger sister, it was a bit of an issue. She used to throw a tantrum every time dad said, okay, now it's time to move on. And we moved, I think, every 2, 3 years uh,
Okay,
till we
okay.
finally landed. Till we finally landed in Hyderabad and settled there. I think my longest stint as a child was in Hyderabad, where I did my
Graduation
you know
from Osmania University, I believe, right?
Yeah, I did my hotel management from there. And that's where I found, or my husband found me. I got married,
Okay.
had my baby, and then moved to Gurgaon. And since then, from 2007, I'm here. I think the lessons I've learned while growing up is never give up on anything. I think when I finished my 10th exams, I fell ill quite
Oh,
badly, and I think I'm all my dad's daughter, not so much my mother's. So they say it's only after marriage that I started appreciating the difficulties a mother goes through. Because for us children, it is easier up karte hi kya ho, right?
true.
But when you grow up and you become a wife and a mother, you realize कि आप करते क्या क्या हो. So I think both my parents, they've taught us to some extent humility, a lot of you know I think entrepreneurship, so to say, a lot of hustling, a lot of networking, and the ability to make friends with anyone and everyone, and not defining people by their social status or the place they belong to or the state they belong to. So that's what it was growing up.
In a way, they have helped you stay rooted. Don't forget your ground. So that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
What made you choose HR as a career option, Nikita? So
It happened by chance, Ashwini. I finished my hotel management, got married, was doing my MBA, but turned out that full time marriage and full time MBA don't go hand in hand. Uh,
right.
also, that and I was 22 when I got married. So I was still a child and a pampered one at that. So it became difficult, and I decided, I think, let me, and I started working while after finishing my hotel management. In fact, the first organization I joined was Accenture on the Microsoft account. I think I was just mentioning Deepshika that I have a deep relationship with Microsoft.
Okay.
Because automatically people assume if you're from hotel management, either you're a cook or you can manage customers, right? Because there's
Right.
a lot of customer management that
Similarity.
happens.
Right.
Yeah, so thankfully, nobody thought that I would be a great chef, but they did think that I'll probably make a great client relations executive, so to say. So I joined Accenture on the Microsoft account, sitting out of Microsoft's office in Hyderabad, Gachibowli,
Uh-huh.
and worked with them for about a couple of years in Accenture. So that's
Accenture, you moved to Dell, I believe, after that. Then so
yeah. So Accenture wanted me to move to Bangalore because for the first 2 years, the only account Accenture had in Hyderabad was Microsoft. And after 2 years of Microsoft, I wanted to do more. But they said you'll have to shift to Bangalore. Unfortunately, newly married, shifting to Bangalore was not an option. I got offered by Dell. And so from client relations, HR kind of automatically happened. So the role that I played in Accenture was to manage employee resource group, which means that Microsoft will give us requirements and we'll have to find people to match those requirements. And since Accenture didn't have an office in Hyderabad, we were a team of 4 or 5 of us who were responsible for doing everything. So I automatically started doing recruitment and stakeholder management, and that's how Dell picked me up to
right.
set up their technology center in Hyderabad. So that's how HR happened. It's been a great journey. I think happened by chance, but I found my calling, so to say.
True. What has been one instance, Nikita, that has made a difference in your career? So be it during your initial years or your current place of work, any crucial moments that have shaped your career?
I think as you grow, there are different moments that define you, right? So I understand what I love is doing a lot of things together. In Accenture Microsoft account, I got that option, right? It's a startup. So there's
True.
a startup energy, there is a lot of hustling, there's a lot of things that you need to do yourself. And same happened with Dell. Dell was setting up its operations for technology in Hyderabad, and I practically ended up doing exactly the same thing, starting from scratch, defining processes, creating an ecosystem, from hiring, then to managing people, to business partnering, and so on and so forth. So I realized that's something that I love a lot. Places where processes are already set, and there is a bit of a reluctance to do something new is probably not something that I uh, would do well in as an environment. That I think was something that shaped the way I am today or what I like doing the most. Also, at the peak of my career in 2015, I took a 1 year sabbatical to go and do my full time master's in organizational psychology from Bologna Business School
Okay,
in
right,
Italy.
right. Okay.
Uh, Another 1 year, 20 different nationalities, doing what people do in 2 years in 1 year. No break, sleeping on the floor of the library, studying with friends, and just generally knowing a lot of practices across
Across the
various
globe,
countries
right,
of
and
the
countries.
world.
Yeah.
I think that was one great experience that shaped the work I do today or the way I am today. Yeah, so I think these are two, three big incidences.
So initially, you did mention about your parents inculcating those values in you, so very strong values and beliefs. In terms of your professional journey, who would you attribute your success to, and what does it mean to you?
It'll be Ashwini, a lot of people because it's been almost 16 years of working. I can't attribute it to one single person. But there would be many. There would, when I started in Accenture, there would be the lady who hired me, Hardika Shah, would want to definitely give her some onus for shaping me the way I am today. Um, Christopher James and Deepika in Dell and Bank of America simultaneously, because Chris moved from Dell to Bank of America and pulled me there. Dimple Bakshi, Bank of America and Execute. But I think the most someone has shaped me, or the way I think today, would be Yuvraj Srivastav, who's the group CHRO for for the organization I work with. And also, in large part, both the CEO and co founder of the organization, Deep and Rajesh, who I work closely with, very different personalities, all three of them. But their thought processes are amazing. What they want is so clear that it's a pleasure to work with them. They're open to, giving us an opportunity to do something new, um, allowing us to fail and not hold it against us,
Against you,
and
right?
yeah, and helping us grow both as professional and an individual. So these are some of the people who shaped my career. Also, to a large extent, now I'd want to say my mom. Once my younger sister and I got married, uh, she decided that she can't sit at home anymore. So she studied and joined Kotak Mahindra Bank and worked with them for good 10 years, and then joined another bank and then started her own uh, you know she decided to set up her own place and open up a shop, and did well. So, and she's been doing this for the last 20 odd years. I've been married for, okay, not 20, almost 18. I got married about 18 years back, and she's been doing that. I think you know not letting anyone define you, or what's the right time for you to work, or a lot of people say that no, you shouldn't do it, you can't do it, you're fine. I think she defied all of that, and today we are proud to say that we are her daughters or her son. So I think
Right,
she's
right,
also. So I think the only way I could take a risk and go and study, take a break 1 year, not knowing whether I'll get come back, get a job or not, is both my mother and my in-laws who've supported me, my husband, my son who supported me. So
right,
all of them had left a mark on what I am today professionally.
right. What would be your biggest strength, Nikita? So overall, not only on the professional front, but on the personal front. What would be your biggest strength that you would call out?
I think wanting to do everything and trying without saying that no, this can't be done. So anything that comes my way, I take that up. I don't let the quantum of the work define whether I should do it or not. And anything and everything that I have done, small, big, has in some way or other helped me in later stages of my life. So I think never saying never,
Hmm.
and never giving up, at least not without trying, would probably be would I think is my strength.
What is the key to becoming a successful HR leader? So I'm sure 18 years, 16, 18 years is you've worked in this role. And if you look at today's environment across, HR has really become a crucial aspect to the overall business. What would you term as a successful HR leader?
I think constantly evolving. One role that has to constantly evolve is the human resources role. Um, Never getting into something without understanding the business realities and context. Always understand the context of the organization that you're in and the realities of that context. It's easier to say that I will pick up a best practice of Microsoft and leverage it in Dell. But it may so happen that the best practice of Microsoft does not suit the context of Dell.
Right.
And early on in my career, I did some mistakes of that nature where I thought, let's pick a best practice and force fit it into another organization. So I think understanding the context of the organization is very, very
Very
important.
important. True.
Being agile is very important. Open to listening is very important because having your ears on the ground, getting all the intelligence that you need for you to take decisions is very important. And also walking the tightrope of representing both the organization and the employees is something that is very, very important for you to be successful. And maybe and there's so many things that you may add. Commitment to results is another thing. Continuous improvement is another thing. Customer focus is another thing. These are very, very important elements, and all actually marry into each other.
Right, right. Apart from your corporate mandate, Nikita, so is there a personal goal or a mission that you have, something that you would want to do?
Ashwini, in fact, I did. I wanted to learn trekking, and just last month I went alone
Oh,
and trekked
okay.
to the highest Shiva temple in Uttarakhand. This is called Tunganath Mandir.
Tunganath,
And
that's
from
right. Yes.
Tunganath, I trekked to Chandrashila. I did it alone. Um, while some of the people listening may say it's an amateur trek, but I did it for the first time. Yeah,
Great.
and I felt such a sense of accomplishment when I reached the top of the mountain and I could see helicopters flying below. It
Oh,
gives you a different kind of high. It gives you a different kind of high. So that's something that I'd wanted to do for a long time. Second is I'm a trained Bharatnatyam dancer, but I wanted to learn Kathak, and I started taking classes, and then COVID happened. So the lady I was learning from has stopped taking classes. So we'll wait for COVID to go away, and then I'll probably start it
resume
again.
it. Right, there's very interesting points that you've touched, and really, really glad to know that you've achieved, what you're planning to do. Right, Nikita, it has been a pleasure interacting with you. Thank you for taking us through your journey, your sources of inspiration, and the lessons that you've learned, and the never give up attitude that you have towards life. Thank you for joining us at Cutting Chai Stories, Nikita.